Recently, I've gotten hooked on hunting Trackmania classic maps. These are tracks that stand out for their popularity and quality, and having the world records on them is very prestigious. There's a leaderboard that tracks whoever has the most classic world records, and I'm currently around 10th place with about 10 records, but I believe we can do better because there are so many tracks that I used to have the world record on in the past that have since been beaten. And one of the shortest classic tracks that I've ever gotten the status is Forever Me 04. I used to have the world record here back in 2019 with a 2420, and since then, Mickey beat it about 3 years ago with a 2418. Players like Alien drove it out 2421 this year, and the leaderboard is quite stacked, even with some really old records here, like 2008, 24.5. But let's get into this and see what we can do on this miniature classic track. All right, start the green timer, and let's take a look. I think to start, I'm just gonna drive a run to show you guys the track. It is not gonna be a very hard one to remember. It starts with a drop down, then a right turn onto a booster, where you jump through a ring, up on a platform. You have one turn here into a dirt uphill, and then a drop down, and a jump to the finish. This is literally the entire map. And it's crazy that something like this could be a classic, but it's because of the competition on it that it has gotten the status. And also the person that built it, Svensson, is a very famous mapper. I think we're gonna just try a little bit with rediscovering the lines, rather than looking at the ghosts and seeing what they've done. And then, let's say after 10 minutes, we'll check the world record on my own ghost and see what I might be missing. Now, one thing with maps like this is it's very good to keep track of checkpoints. So 1176, I'm probably going to need to get that down to like 11.6. Starting here at 2486, we get the author medal, very far from 2418. So that'll be good to know the splits on this map. Going to be 1174, right? So you try to keep track of checkpoint splits, and then you can see the world record splits and know very soon where the time is to be gained. And every little detail matters here when you're fighting for the hundredths. There is a trick on TMNF Dirt that we're probably going to try to use. In Trackmania 2020 Dirt, the turns are often, and the surface is often too smooth. Sounds like a first world problem to have. But in this game, it's very bumpy, and you can use that to your advantage, actually, in quite cool ways, I think, at least. What you can do here in the very first uphill is try to jump from the very left side to the right side, using the fact that it's more tilted up on the left side to your advantage. So on the side here, you can get this low jump by tilting the car like this. And while I missed the checkpoint, you saw I jumped a lot lower than my ghost, and had that landed, it would have given me more speed. That's something I remember doing when I was hunting this previously as well, so nothing really new here, but just, yeah, 1170 now. Pretty bad uphill, and then try to get the downhill with a release, maybe? And this should be close. 2448. Back when I played this map and hunted for the 2420 IPV, I didn't really have the knowledge of gears that I do now. I had some knowledge, like, okay, you want to reach over 235 speed to wiggle the speed slide. But in this uphill, it seems as though you can keep fourth gear, which there's no gear display in this game. There's no info about that, but that should be a lot faster than just driving the turn. And if you can do that, I think that's the way. This was an exceptional start. I'm not sure you can keep it. I got close there, and this is a 2446. That's pretty good. Oh, it's a tie. Thought it was gonna be like a 42 or something. But a little bit bad ending there. Ooh, that was nice, actually. It's I think that is where all the time gain is at. I'm not kidding. I think it's just the approach to the uphill and sending the uphill turn, and maybe like a few hundredths from the last time. The start of the ghost I'm playing against feels strong already. You can hit this timing. Like, that's good. 24:31, right? After just under 10 minutes. This would have ranked 7th, tied for 6th. But 7th place? I don't really know. That was a good outside turn as well. So now I'm really trying to think of like the small things, all right? That is things like air braking here to get a bumpy landing. I ask, why would you want a bumpy landing? It is because in that downhill, I think what happens is that front two wheels speed slide while the back two wheels are in the air, which accelerates you faster than if all four wheels touch the ground on dirt. This also happens on some full speed maps at really high speed. It's called a mean bounce. That needs to go long. Then I need to time the turn and snap out of the turn onto the booster, because on boosters you can have full grip here. That's good. Okay, it's been 12 minutes. Let's check the world record and see what I'm missing. Oh my god, very old clan tag here. FWO Virtual hashtag Masters of Typing versus Miki. In the team. I don't know what that is, to be honest. I had the better start. Just for a wider line. My PB going inside there is kind of nuts. I did not expect that to be as fast as it is. I remember this uphill being a bit weird. Not sure why this works. I guess it's because you get the downhill that this actually works out pretty well. And let's see it from Miki's point of view. And the checkpoint split here. It's like 65 in my PB. 1165. That is a really nice outside dirt line. And trying to reduce some airtime towards the finish too. Yeah, this could be tough, guys, but we gotta give it our best. Gotta give it our best. Go back to the track and let's get driving. No. I thought I was gonna hit the finish move. 24:28. I'm missing a 10. Now if we're doing that graph plotting, we can add another dot, but it's quite far from the previous dot. That was with a weird start. Like again, 72 checkpoint. Again? Not again, but it jumped so far. You want to go a bit left, but not as left as my ghosts. Tie. Oh, I beat it by 100. 900ths to go. Okay. Inching away at it. Thought that was going to tie, but we get a lucky break. Let's cut to the next PB, because it's probably not world record. Okay. Please don't crash. Oh, died. Oh my god. I knew it was good. That's a huge jump in PV. for the session as well. I might have had it actually, and then I just got too cowardly in the ending. This is my new PB versus Miki now. Just wider. This was an insane start. Crazy. And then here I released on this drop, although it looked like it could have it full speed. You see that? And then Miki, although his landing looks like it should be less smooth, somehow keeps... Here, I released. To get the downhill. You see, Miki just jumps further and it's still good speed. And that was a mistake, I think. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just know I can improve it. I can improve it now. Progress is stagnating. I can feel it. But I'm trying to keep my head up. This is the final step. Get this one back. Almost 5 years. Actually, 5 years later. 5 years ago, I had the world record. I held it for about 2 years. I think after beating this, I might hold it for a day or something. We'll see if anyone is gonna snipe it. I think when you hunt this map, you kind of just have to accept that like some landings will not work. This first landing, I feel it's a bit of a lottery. And just accepting that just makes it a lot more pleasant to hunt because I've tried so many things there and nothing works consistently. The more on the right side you land, the more consistent it is. But you still need to land left side enough that you get this push. Which I don't know what to call. At the bottom of the hill, if you get to the corner, it will push you to the right into the dirt turn with a lot of speed. What is going on? I'm gonna save this replay just because I want to look at it later. That, if that could have driven, somehow it would be unbeatable. Let's look at it again. What I think could have happened is that the wheel, if it was one wheel on the back fence, it could have actually pulled me in again. Never seen a dirt uphill like that. Ah, no. Try to add a left tap there. Yeah, so. Ooh, 24, but I think I understand now. I know what it is, actually. It's actually that you drop to third gear before the uphill, I think, entirely. And then there's no problems. Like, the sharp line here drops to third, and then you can just full speed up the hill and get this, no problems. I think I understand. Please. I can go. No, I cannot go to sleep. I thought that was it. I'm like half asleep in my chair, man. I've been grinding this for a long time and I just tied it. Why? Alright, it's still a PB, but my god, this is taking me forever. Where did it go wrong? My start was better. Significantly. I release earlier. I'm slightly behind. I get a better nosedive. And that just... too diagonal. Too diagonal, but low. One more PB. Let's get it. Oh, for fun. It's over. Oh my god. That took me so flippin' long. I've been hunting this all night, and you guys have to see this list of records. Like 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, so many 22s, 24, 25s. I had to turn off the light because it was like blinding my eyes, but finally we got the classic world record. And this is a mini map, but it was anything but a miniature hunt. My god, 3 hours and so many runs. We got to do a massive comparison here to see just how hard fought this was. My skin is red. Let's just give Mickey here like an opposite color. Give him a blue. I'll just give him a green skin, okay? So now we have Mickey in green, and every other car here is a run that at some point was world record pace. Oh my god, the landing sound. You can see a cloud of red cars. Huge leads in the start here. Then some cars hitting the wall. Again, a huge cloud of cars. Many of which even ahead, but bro, I was so sad. I had so many runs. Like, it looks like at least have, you know, 1, 2, 3 runs that are gonna win, but some of these just missed the finish on world record pace. Tragic misses. Even a roof hit going on there. And believe it or not, only one run of these actually win. Although if you go back here, it looks like about 5 runs might win in this spot. Compare from here. I mean, how do all these cars lose to the one green car in the middle of this cloud? It's unbelievable. And yet, it is what happened. This could never get the right landing with the right amount of speed. I think this 0.16 could have even been much faster. Kind of want to take a look at it, just those 2 runs. All right, so here's the comparison of just me and Mickey. We're doing it in slight slow motion so we can appreciate the lines more. I wanted to go for a pretty diagonal jump here after a while, and I realized it gains speed here when you can straighten out earlier for the booster and keep more speed. And this is about, I'd get 200ths of a lead. I get a wider setup for this corner so I can push towards the uphills earlier, but Mickey hits this line basically perfect to match. Looks like I'm gaining a huge lead, but I missed the downhill, jumped too far, and I almost get caught up to again. It's actually such a nail biter of a finish. If I could maybe just get a hint of this downhill, and we're talking just like landing tiny bit sooner, this could have been like a 0.12 or something. But because I missed the entire downhill, he catches up with so much speed and a straighter jump here, which also going to gain me another 100th. So that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to slowly inch it towards 1 million. Would be awesome. 700k is the first target up. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one, and hopefully we can get some more classic world records. Bye bye, everybody. Take care.